So again, today's topic is on thought and language patterns and how we have a lot of chatter going on in our mind. Sometimes though, with disciplined practice, we actually start to say things in our mind on a regular basis. And what happens is our mind will blueprint it to come true. So let's take, for instance, a mantra that I learned. My mind is like Google. I read, I retain, I remember. Think about that. My mind is like Google. I read, I retain, I remember. I'm going to ask you all to repeat that throughout the day 2 or 3 times. When you're attempting to remember something, not when you forgot something, because when you say you forgot something, it's like you forgot, right? So we're going to replace the word forget with remember. So when you're working on remembering something, say to yourself, my mind is like Google. I read, I retain, I remember. Or after you read something, say that. You will be amazed how your brain will work just like Google. It'll blueprint what you just learned, it'll throw it in your mind, it'll retain it somewhere, and then you'll remember it later. It's amazing how the mind works, right? It's like really, really cool stuff. And it's free. I love it. So I'll say it one more time. My mind is like Google. I read, I retain, I remember. And the thought and language patterns that we have throughout the day really, really make a difference in how we frame the world. If we're coming from a place of scarcity or we're coming from a place of abundance. If we're coming from a place of low energy or we're coming from a place of super energy richness. A lot of it has to do with our thought and our language patterns. So when you remember something, instead of saying, I forgot, somebody taught me to say, I remember. Because you know what? You're remembering it at the time. You didn't really forget it at the time, you're remembering it at the time. So why not level up that language pattern and replace the word forgot with remember, right?